So I was just going to grab my coffee, and it's really strange because I always think of good things to say after I've made a video. Now this one, I'm inspired to do my best every day. Now, people get confused on what doing your best is. A lot of society at the moment thinks doing your best is having a job and earning lots of money and having this, that, and the other, having status, and it's not. It's not about that. Doing your best is to the best of your abilities. To be kind to yourself, to be kind to others, to give time out for yourself, to nurture yourself. That's doing your best, It's not all about how much you can earn and how many friends you've got and what belongings you have, how big your house is, how big your TV is and things like that. It's got nothing to do with that. We're just put into a mindset from a very early age that is what life is about. That's what it means to do your best, to achieve the unachievable, basically. The meaning of life is to do your best. It's to evolve as a human being. There was no such thing as jobs thousands of years ago, was there really? That no high paid stuff like that. We all always used to sort of barter and trade and stuff like that. And now we have this monetary value, piece of paper and some coins, and the world goes tits up. There's greed and jealousy and envy and I want what you've got because I've not got that and I've not got the money to do that. I'm going to go steal. I'm going to, do all these nasty things, and it's just a horrible pattern, toxic pattern. It's the same as a toxic relationship with anybody. All they want is what you can give them, what they can get from you. But yeah, to be inspired to be your best is to be the best you that you can be, and it doesn't mean what job you can do, what your income is or anything like that. It's to do with how you see yourself and how you see the world and other people. It's about evolving your brain into something at peace and at harmony, that's not got that stress. This is the whole thing, you've just got to look at the neurology behind it, the neuroscience behind it, When you're under stress, your body reacts. It releases a stress hormone. Your brain reacts to that and it shuts down. That's not growth. That's just existing. We are stuck in just existing, survival mode. People call it. But when you're inspired to just be you, and do what makes you happy within reason, obviously, if you're a good person, you're not going to go out and think that murdering somebody is going to make you happy, type thing. I know there are people out there that do think that killing somebody makes them happy, it gives them a buzz, they have some sort of abnormal reaction. But yeah, go and do things that make you happy. Go and sit in nature or sing at the top of your voice in your house and dance around like an idiot like I do. Don't care. Go dye your hair purple. Go and talk to a cat on Facebook or something, or outside or wherever. Make a video of yourself doing silly things. Just go and have fun. Make yourself happy. Narcissists don't like you being happy because then they see that they're losing control. Because you're stopping the stress hormone from being created, and your brain starts working again, starts functioning, and you can start doing things again. And they see that happening, and they purposefully kick off. cause an argument, fight or whatever, you know, put you back in self-doubt and that stress hormone level going back up again, so your brain just shuts down and all you can think about is what's going on in my head. And what you should be thinking about is, right, I'm just walking away, I'm going to go and get myself calm. Give yourself time out. You are very, 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 very is it liberty? I can't think of the word. It is your right to walk away. You have the right to have as much space as you want from somebody like that. You have the right to just turn around and walk out that door and not have to feel guilty for walking away, because they're on the attack and they will attack you even after that, you know. But once you get into the mindset of knowing the patterns, you can see it coming. You can predict what they're going to do in any scenario. It's like with my mum, you know, she spewed out her heart to Heather because she still thinks that she can manipulate Heather, which is not the case. You know, Heather knows the truth now, and Heather's backs me up. She it's brilliant. It's really nice to have somebody on my side backing me up for once, because she knows everything that I've gone through. You know, I've opened up to her, and she knows the lies that my mum's told, and you know, she can see the patterns coming from a mile away. And yeah, it's just understanding them, and you can predict what they're going to say. And I knew that I wasn't going to get much back from my mum when she said that she loved me, and well, this is what she told Heather anyway. She loved me and she misses me and she wants me and my daughter around. You know, she's heartbroken, and you know, it's just the guilt trips, it's the pity play, it's the feel sorry for me because everybody's left me and my daughter doesn't like me anymore because I'm a narcissist and I've treated her like shit for all of her life, and my granddaughter's woken up to it now, and you know, my granddaughter doesn't want to talk to me either because, you know, she knows that I twist everything round and I lie and I cheat and I steal and everything, you know. This is the sort of mindset that she'll have. It is the pity play. But that's it. She's feeling sorry for herself. She's not feeling sorry that she's lied to me all these years. I mean, if she did, she would have opened up. Very much so. You know, somebody with a guilty conscience, they will blurt out everything they feel guilty for. Especially when they want to make amends. Having just like 2 lines. I'm going to laugh, but I knew it was coming, and I know that that's just an attempt to hoover me back in, to trigger me into my stress hormone rising up, so my head shuts down, and I let her back in my life again, thinking that, oh, this time it's going to be right, maybe this time, you know, because that's what I've done. Maybe this time she's telling the truth, maybe this time she's telling the truth, maybe this time she's telling the truth, maybe, you know, it's gone on for years. And it's the same thing, you know. If she'd have come back with a different sort of paragraphs and paragraphs of apologies for what she's done, you know, exact details, I know exactly what she's done, and I need her to recognise that in herself. And that's what is called growth. It's called accepting all the lessons. Accepting. See, when you have little ding dongs, when you're sort of like doing things, when you're spiritual, you hear like little signs, ding dongs and things when you're either thinking stuff or talking about things. Especially when you're getting like a valid point out, you will hear like little ding dongs or a bang outside, or you know, somebody shout, and it's just to the universe saying, yes, that's correct. Listen, what you're saying is correct. You're on the right road. And you know, when you are on the right road, you open up to all of this. You know, it's just the progression of it. And don't feel ashamed. Don't feel like you're going mad. You will. I feel like I'm going fucking completely crazy. But it's me being the best that I can be. I can't be any other way. I've tried to change myself for other people, and it's not worked. It's just made me very, very poorly. And it is so liberating. That's the word I was thinking about earlier. Liberating to be able to be myself and not feel guilty for it. And it's nice that people are actually accepting me for who I am and liking me for who I am, and it's great. It does give me the encouragement just to carry on, to become a better me in every way that I can. I mean, there's always room for improvement, but I think I'm doing a pretty good job so far, of just presenting myself as who I am. Like me or hate me, the choice is yours. I tend to find that the people that like me are empaths and the people that hate me are narcissists. So, you know, you can make your own mind up about that. If you hate me, there's got to be some sort of deep down reason why, you know. So don't just say, oh, cat's chasing the fly. So don't just say you hate me. Think of why. What's the reason? Jealousy, envy, just hate, disgust. What? You know, there's all sorts of different negative feelings that you'd be feeling if you hated me. But why? What does all that come down to? I've not given you any sort of reason to hate me. You know, why would you hate somebody that's kind, caring and generous? And you know, why would you hate somebody like that? It just goes to show that there's something deep down that needs to be addressed. Whether it was too much attention as a kid, lack of attention as a kid, you will find that a lot of things stem from early childhood and what we was conditioned to believe, you know. And you just got to think about it yourself. They call it the dark night of the soul. I've done another video on that, finding your self-worth, but also dealing with the darker side of yourself, accepting things about you. You know, you do get angry. Everybody gets angry, but it depends on who's pushing those buttons. You know, everybody lashes out, but who's pressed those buttons in the first place for you to lash out like that? If there's no reason behind it, then you know, if nobody's triggered you, then I would seriously go and talk to your doctor. There might be some other underlying reason that your brain's not functioning properly. You know, there could be serious things, tumours and all sorts, blood clots, things like that. I mean, I don't want to frighten you, but you know, it's what happens. You know, if you can't find an underlying reason for big mood swings and a change of personality and things like that, then yes, you need to go and see your doctor as quickly as possible, because that is a big sign that there is something wrong with the brain. I mean, I suppose if you've been born with it, then the doctors will already know, or maybe not. But you know, if you've been fine for all your life, and then all of a sudden this personality changes, and there's no reason behind it, go see the doctor, and definitely get checked out. But it's the same with any sort of illnesses and things like that. I mean, when I had cancer, I'm not too shy to say about this. You know, it was part of the whole thing. I had a rare form of anal cancer. Now, when it first developed, I thought it was just piles, you know, hemorrhoids. And I left it. Some of it was my own fault, you know, but a lot of it was to do with my mental health at the time. I couldn't go to the doctors. And then when I did go to the doctor said that I'd need to have a female doctor do it to examine me. It was a male doctor, so I was like, fair enough, but I didn't go back. But that was because of my mental health, and it got left for about 7 years, you know. And then it started getting very painful. and I just couldn't cope with the pain anymore. So I went down and made an appointment to see the nurse, and she told me straight away. She said, "I don't think this is piles. I think this could be cancer. You need to get checked out straight away." And I think within 2 to 4 weeks, I was having, I had the tumours surgically removed, and then what was left, I had the radiotherapy. And it was a matter of weeks that it was all done. And luckily, it's not come back. Obviously, it's put me through early menopause now. But you know, that's a price to pay for having my life. I'd rather do that than not be here, you know. If I wasn't here, you know, even with those suicide attempts, if I wasn't here now, I wouldn't be able to share this information. I wouldn't be able to share this experience, you know. I wouldn't be able to help other people learn. I wouldn't be able to help other people move forward, you know. I mean, since I've started this channel, I was looking at my stats the other day. The impact that just some of my videos are having, you know, is it 34,000 views or over 34,000 views? I'm blown away. You know, and even if I just help one person, it's going to have a knock-on effect. It's going to help, and the more that people do this, the more this earth is going to heal. Humanity is going to change into something better. I mean, I can feel it. I know it's daft. You probably think I'm mental, but yeah, I don't know if it's my own thought of how the future could be if we all felt, or if we all thought. Well, yeah, if we all felt. But if we all thought like empaths, if we could all get on, if we all had peace, you know, and no poverty, no pollution, no, you know, all the bad stuff. If all that was to go away, that's what I can envision for the future. And the feeling that I get from just that, having that imagination of it just feels so good, you know. And it actually feels like when you start healing and you finally realise that you've turned a milestone. It's just that, and then you can't stop smiling, you know. And that's what I can imagine the future to be like, you know, when we get this toxic stuff dealt with, you know, because it needs to be dealt with. But we need to deal with ourselves. That's the only way that we can deal with it. To look deep into ourselves and to relearn all this toxic stuff that we've been taught over the years by various people, even the media, social media, you know, your school friends, you know, the teachers, you know, every single person in your life has an impact on you that you don't realise. And it all depends on that sort of person, what the sort of person is that makes that impact on you. And some of them, they stick. It proper sticks like glue, and you start believing that that's what everything is supposed to be, and it's not. Once you find who you are, nobody can take that away from you. It's such a good feeling. It's liberating, so freeing. It really is. Nobody can take that from you. I just want everybody else to feel the same way as I do, because if you could feel like I do, you know this world's going to be a better place, you know, very much so. So yeah, all I'm going to do is encourage people to work on themselves, just with my stories, well, experiences. I won't call them stories because it's like, you know, somebody's made it up. No, these are my experiences. They are truth, and the facts that I've got are truths that I've gathered over the time that I've been going through all this, and started to realise who I was and what I had to do. You know, it's all proper scientific studies and research and things like that I've done over the years, just so I could understand myself and my own family. and the process that I've been through, and why I was created into the person that I am today, which I never thought was a good person, but I know that I am, very much so. And once you realise that in yourself, nobody can take that away from you. Nobody. Anyway, I've waffled on for 20 minutes. So, yes, yeah, I've just been inspired again, just by being myself and wanting to help others, as well as helping myself. So thank you everybody for watching, for liking, for subscribing and sharing, and all your comments and everything. You're just so supportive and wonderful. Thank you very much, and I shall see you again. Bye bye.